Hey, little fella. I got my innocence back. Well, I hope I'm recording. I'm in an undisclosed location on assignment, and I found this. A freaking quarry, just out in the middle of nowhere. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at this place. Again, on assignment. Undisclosed location. Someone's been roping. Not the kid, though. Hell no. Too scared of heights for all that shit. So welcome to another episode of the Sugar Daddy Show. Today's one of those days where your wife just kicks you out the house and says, go ride because tomorrow you got shit to do. So I'm out here riding because tomorrow I got shit to do. And here is where I am. You can see the bike waiting patiently. This is actually pretty cool. Let's see where this leads us. First time in here. So here we go. Which way? Up or down? Up or down? Up or down? Up or down? Let's go down. See where it goes. I found that one of my laments had been about the lack of gravel in Northeast Ohio, and I've lately found that if you look for it, you can find it, man. It's pretty much all over the place. You can find gravel, and I think having a KLR and having the mindset now that you can pretty much go anywhere helps immensely. Because, like, there are places now, I just get on Google Maps and I just start looking, and places just kind of like pop out at you, which is really cool, you know? Places that, you know, you've driven past, like this place. I've literally driven past this place. I've been right beside this place plenty of times, and never really knew it was here. And it's just cool. Like, this is the kind of shit that you can find when you set your mind to it. You know, when you set your mind to it, these are the type of places you can find. You know, if you're just willing to kind of get your bike dirty and your boots dirty and shit like that. So we'll see what's out here. I really don't know. Actually, I'll tell you what, I had looked on, like I said, I've looked on Google Maps. I did see what was here, what Google Maps showed me. This is not what I expected it to be at all. This was, what I saw on Google Maps was an old neighborhood that had kind of been a development that had not been finished. This is obviously not like with actual roads and shit, like with neighborhood roads and stuff like that. This is obviously not anything with any type of paved road. But who knows? Like, Let's see what's in here. See what we can find. There's another, looks like over there, lake, gas wells. So yeah, just out in the middle of nowhere. But not, really. And since I'm going through this right here, I want to give a shout out to Sawyer Permethrin. These look like they're open. It's been bad for ticks here in Northeast Ohio. Just in general. Last couple years have been really bad for them. I grew up in the South. I grew up in North Carolina, and really, like, up until last year, I had never had ticks on me. If you can believe that. I grew up, outside and shit. I'd go outside and play until streetlights came on. And I had never had a tick on me growing up. Last year, I think I had 6 on me, through various parts of the year. And then, oh, here we go. This is kind of something that we had seen. Something I had seen on. We can check this out. Here we go. But anyway, and this year so far I've gotten 4. It says laundry. So I guess I splurged and got some permethrin. Let's see what's in here. It's literally just an empty room. Floor is spongy. Ground is spongy. So, I keep going around. I thought this was just a neighborhood. Like a development that was never developed. But that says laundry. So actually, I don't know what the hell this was. I'm creeping because there's an entrance to this place off of a main road, and I don't know if I can be seen from it. I'm actually maybe not supposed to be in here. That looks like another one. That looks like a house up there. Let's go check this one out. There we go. Now we're like in... See, it was literally just a development. It was not developed. Maybe there's a driveway for that house? No, I missed it. Oh, there's just a random ass building. Pretty cool. There we go. I don't know if that's homeless people or what, but that one's boarded up, it looks like. Yeah. That one's boarded up, and I am not here to vandalize. So, I think looking at an area with just simply, like, I don't want to get into that trap of like, oh, I'm just looking, it's educational, so you can't tell me not to be here. It's not even that. I think that, oh, there's the quarry again. I do believe that, like, I mean, if it's someone's private property, yeah, okay, if it's being used and they're showing up all the time and shit like that, yeah, don't be an asshole. Stay out of it. But when it's just like this, it's just a big ass blocked off area. And this looks like back to the beginning. It's just a big ass blocked off area. It's like, what am I hurting being back here looking at this place, Nothing. Absolutely nothing at all. I'm not, doing donuts and shit like that and just kind of just being nosy, and I don't think there's anything wrong with being nosy. So that's why I'm back here being nosy. Well, anyway, back to the permethrin. Last year I had 6 ticks on me that I found. May have been more. I actually got bitten by one. It hadn't latched. It was on for like 8 hours or something like that. So it wasn't like engorged or anything like that. And this year so far I've gotten 4. It's July. I've gotten 4 of them so far this year. So I decided to go ahead and just go with the permethrin. Sprayed it. Sprayed these pants. And so far nothing. Oh shit. Of course, now I'm covered in them. Oh god, no. Someone's got some roots. Alright, little KLR. There she goes. Leads to another well. Oh. Okay, remember the ruts. This year I've done the permethrin and nothing. Well, so far, since I've done the permethrin, nothing, which is cool. I know it like kills them on contact, so that might be it. It might be just that I haven't come in contact with any, so. But so far, so good. Got a bug in my face. Oh, look at that. Yeah. It's so freaking cool. Never knew. Never knew it was here. I wanted to go back there. Shit. Came in through that way. Came down that hill. I saw that. I've obviously since turned around. I got to right here. And that was pretty much it. That was all she wrote. And now I'm here. There's another way in. I'm going to try that. Holy shit. That was tough. Just getting the bike up. Now I got to get back up this hill. Oh, the 2 drops. There's like a mud puddle at the beginning. That's just muddy water off the fender. Nothing oily, hopefully. So let's get this going. Oh, shit. That took a lot out of her. Old girl. Oh, shit. Took a lot out of me, too. I think, honestly, the only way up is to just gun it. Go for it. I tell you what. I didn't realize. I've seen this access. I didn't realize that hill was right there. So, I thought it was just going to come in. I was going to get in and start recording. But you know what? Let's see. I'll show you how this goes. I think I can probably.
So I wanted to come in here and kind of talk over what's going on. If it's not obvious from this, before I started recording while I'm walking around, I had just dropped the bike. The hill that's behind me right now, I had tried to walk up it, holding onto the bike, walking along beside it, and I got about a third of the way up and dropped it. On the way down, as the bike was coming down, I did something to my elbow. I don't know what I did. After I get out of this little depression, I kind of go across the road from here, and during this time I'm talking about going, there's another access to this area. It's an excavating company, and I'm talking about going around the corner to a post office that's got like a little dirt trail leading off of it too that I was going to go to. On my way around there to the post office, I started feeling this twinge in my arm, kind of like my arm was falling asleep. So, I shook the arm off. At one point, I'd taken it off the bar and I kind of shook it to kind of get the feeling back into it. And then when I went to put my hand back onto the bar, I had a real hard time just bending my elbow to get it back, the right hand side, the throttle side. So at that point, I wasn't really concerned about recording anything else. So kind of after this little dirt gravel trek along this power line here across the road through that gate that you're looking at, I kind of stopped worrying about recording. As of right now, the day after, I'm sitting at home. I've riced my elbow. I've rested it, iced it a couple times. I'm wearing a compression sleeve right now. The elevation doesn't really seem to matter. Uh, I'm thinking that right now it's a strain, not a muscle sprain, an actual ligament strain. Um, I can still make a fist and everything like that, but still bending my elbow just hurts horribly. I don't know what I did to it. Other than that, I didn't hear like, you're supposed to listen for a popping sound or something like that. I didn't hear any popping, but I do wear earplugs. The bike was running as it fell over, so it could have made a popping sound. I don't know. All I know is that it's excruciating pain and my arm isn't really working. So, enjoy this last little bit of gravel. The video kind of ends after this. It seems kind of abrupt, but that's what went on. Again, I wasn't concerned about the videotaping. Right now, I'm just kind of worried about how I'm gonna get through work tomorrow, which is that'll be interesting. So, up to this point, thanks for watching. I hope to catch you next time, and hopefully, I've got another video to post up, so I can probably work on editing that and just see how the elbow goes, and maybe from there get it back in fighting shape. So, again, this is Sugar Daddy. Thanks for listening, and watch this last little bit of boring ass gravel, but it is what it is. See ya.
This is just the turnaround up here. So that's what we'll do. Turn it around. I think I know another way to get in at the post office. I think we'll try that. Let's try the post office. There's a post office around the corner that I might be able to get in using. I gotta get off the road. Turn around right there. I want to turn around right there. Shit. A little bit of a drop off. Alright, let's try the post office. I think post office may work. Okay, let's try the post office. Let's see if that works. So I'll see you at the post office.
Hey, this is Sugar Daddy. I just wanted to give another, like an update. I know in the video, in my voiceover, I kind of explained what was going on. I know some people are like, pictures or it didn't happen. There's the brace, the support on the arm. Again, I think it's just a strain, not just a strain. Ligament damage as opposed to muscle damage. Like I can make a fist, but like lifting, like bending the arm hurts pretty badly. Again, it's just the day after I've taken some ibuprofen, I've iced it. It's obviously got the compression on it now. So far, nothing's changed except for that it's gotten worse. It feels worse than it did yesterday when I actually dropped the bike. Again, I wasn't on the bike when I dropped it. That hill that you saw where the trail goes up, it's probably about 40 feet or so, and it's a pretty steep angle, like it's ridiculously steep, and I didn't know it was there. So I came out of the woods that first hill, went down into that valley, and saw that big hill and just stopped, and that was my momentum. And I haven't been riding off-road enough to trust myself to ride up a hill like that, but I still wanted to get into that area. So what I did, I stopped the bike, I turned it on, I put it in first gear, and I was standing beside it and walking up it, like giving it some throttle. And about where I showed those two wet spots where the bike fell over, I got up a little bit further than that and it started to slip backwards. And as it did, it came down, and however it did, I don't know if I don't know what it did to my elbow. All I know is that it fell. At the time, it didn't hurt. Again, it wasn't until a few minutes later, while I was going down that gravel, the power line across the road, it started to get a twinge in it and everything. And then by the time I hit the road, that was like taking the hand off the bars and everything and shaking it. I was like, something's wrong, something's not right. It just felt like it had gone to sleep or something. So I just decided to go on home, and that's where I am now today. So we'll see if it gets better. Hopefully it will. Got a couple of days of work, then I'm off for a few days. And hopefully that'll give enough time to just kind of get an assessment. I usually, when stuff like this happens, I don't go to the doctor. I kind of give myself a deadline, and I've given myself about a week. And if it's not doing any better after a week or so, then I'll probably just head to like an urgent care or something like that, and at least have them look at it just to make sure there's nothing more serious. But right now, like I said, it's just in pain. Thanks again for sticking around, for watching the video. I know it seems kind of like disjointed. I'm still out of practice, oddly enough. It's kind of weird, like you spend a lot of time not videotaping, and it takes you a minute to get your rhythm, and I still haven't gotten there yet, obviously. So like the footage is kind of choppy. Even the footage I've got just kind of sitting on a computer, it's kind of choppy and everything like that. I just haven't gotten that rhythm back, but hopefully it'll come. I'm hoping to sit down and kind of explain exactly why there was such a gap and everything. But until then, like I said, thanks for sticking around. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, like the videos, you leave me comments and everything like that. I'm not so busy that I can't answer, the one person that gives me a comment or something. I appreciate it, I really do. So yeah, until next time, until this gets something, this is Sugar Daddy. I hope to see you again. I hope you stick around. I hope I make it. So yeah, so I'll see you. Peace, thanks.